Hi, and welcome to the National Instruments LabVIEW tutorials. My name is Steven, and I'm an applications engineer here at National Instruments, and in this tutorial we're going to cover the LabVIEW front panel. We'll talk about the basic programming environment, the objects that you'll encounter on the front panel, and we'll even create a simple front panel that will help you to understand the most important concepts.
The concept of the front panel window is fairly simple. The front panel functions as the user interface of a particular VI, also referred to as a GUI. The front panel has controls and indicators, which when placed on a front panel are automatically placed on the block diagram. Additionally, source code for the front panel can be found on the block diagram. The front panel window automatically appears when you open a blank VI. The front panel window has a toolbar across the top and a controls palette that can be found by right-clicking anywhere on the front panel workspace. To customize the controls that are visible, use the thumbtack to pin the controls palette to the front panel workspace. Then select the View button and change visible categories. Here, you can customize the controls that are visible in your controls palette. For this tutorial, press Select All, then select OK to save and exit. Controls and indicators are the interactive input and output terminals of the VI respectively. Controls are objects like knobs, push buttons, dials, and other input devices. Indicators are graphs, LEDs, and other display devices. Controls simulate instrument input devices and supply data to the block diagram of the VI. Indicators simulate instrument output devices and display data the block diagram acquires or generates. It's important to know that every control and indicator has a data type associated with it. For example, the dial is a numeric data type. Double-click the dial control and LabVIEW will jump to the terminal location on the block diagram. Notice the color of the terminal. Orange terminals are a data type of double, which is a type of numeric data. Now let's use our controls palette to place some controls and indicators on our front panel. Let's start with a blank VI. In the front panel window, right-click to bring up the controls palette. Click the thumbtack to pin the controls palette to the workspace. Navigate to the numeric subpalette and click. From here, you can see all of the numeric controls and indicators that are available. Drag and drop a numeric control onto your front panel workspace. You can use the increment and decrement buttons to change the value. You can also double-click and type in a value. Press Enter to save. Navigate up one level in your controls palette. Notice the Boolean subpalette and the String and Path subpalette. Although numeric controls are the most common found on front panels, we should also be aware of Boolean controls and indicators and string controls and indicators. Click on the Boolean subpalette. Buttons will function as Boolean controls. Drag and drop a vertical toggle switch onto your front panel. This is an example of a Boolean control with two values, on and off. Drag and drop a round LED onto your front panel. This is an example of a Boolean indicator, which also has only two values, on and off. Navigate up one level in your Controls palette and select the String and Path subpalette. Drag and drop a string control onto your front panel. Here, you can enter text. This text will be transferred to your block diagram. Drag and drop a string indicator from the Controls panel. Text from the block diagram will be displayed here. All LabVIEW objects have associated shortcut menus and property dialog boxes. As you create a VI, use the shortcut menu items and/or the properties dialog box to change the appearance and behavior of front panel and block diagram objects. To access the shortcut menu, right-click the object you want to modify. Let's try modifying a string control using the shortcut menus and properties dialog box. We'll start with a blank VI. Right-click the front panel workspace to open the Controls palette. Click the thumbtack to pin the Controls palette to the workspace. Navigate to the String and Path subpalette and drag and drop a string control onto your front panel. Let's say that this particular string control will need to display a large amount of text. In this case, the amount of text displayed is larger than the size of the display field. You can change the size of the display field by dragging it downward. However, if you don't want to use much front panel space, but still want to display a large amount of text, you'll need to add a scroll bar. We can do this using the shortcut menu and the properties dialog box. Right-click on the string control. This brings up the shortcut menu. Navigate down to Properties. In the Appearance tab, select Show Vertical Scroll Bar. Click OK to exit the Properties dialog box. Now, there's a vertical scroll bar. This allows us to display a large amount of text in a small amount of front panel space. Finally, we'll cover the front panel toolbar. You'll notice some of the buttons are similar to those on the block diagram. The Run button can be used to run your VI. The Run Continuously button runs your VI continuously in a loop. The Abort Execution button immediately stops the execution of your VI if there is no other way to stop it. Caution: the Abort Execution button stops the VI immediately, before the VI finishes the current iteration. Aborting a VI that uses external resources, such as external hardware, might leave the resources in an unknown state by not resetting or releasing them properly. It is best to design VIs with a stop button to avoid this problem. The Pause button can be used to pause the execution of a running VI. The Text Settings pull-down menu can be used to select different text settings for text in your front panel. The Align Objects pull-down menu can be used to align objects in your front panel to different axes. The Distribute Objects pull-down menu can be used to distribute objects on your front panel evenly or in different arrangements. The Resize Objects pull-down menu is used to resize objects on your front panel to make them the same size. The Reorder pull-down menu is used to change the order of appearance that different objects have on your front panel. Finally, the Show Context Help window toggles the context help on and off. You'll learn more about the context help in a later tutorial. In conclusion, we've learned about the front panel window, the front panel controls palette, front panel controls and indicators, shortcut menus and property dialog boxes, and the front panel toolbar.
So this concludes today's tutorial on the front panel. If you have any questions about this or other tutorials, please visit our website at www.ni.com.